Well, this might not be the answer that you want to hear, but for some mums, breastfeeding is easy in the first 6 hours. It really is true that for some women, breastfeeding isn't hard. They might have a little bit of nipple sensitivity, but the baby latches on well, milk transfer's good, baby doesn't lose much weight, latching's always fine. The mum isn't putting too much pressure on herself about how often the baby should feed, so she's kind of relaxed about a baby feeding more frequently. And breastfeeding gets easier from the beginning. For some women who are struggling with positioning and attachment, it might take, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks before they start to feel really comfortable. You often hear people talking about 6 weeks before breastfeeding is really established. And I have to say, there are some women it really does take a month or even 5 weeks to really get a sense that they're feeling confident. They know how to hold the baby. They understand the baby's cues, and they're feeling really good about breastfeeding. So if it's going badly, try and get help. Try not to give up too early, because it might just be just a little bit more support will get you over that hump and everything will be fine. I think one of the reasons that people can find breastfeeding hard is because they don't understand what's normal for a breastfeeding baby. If you've been told that your baby should feed every 3 hours, if you have a baby book that tells you your baby shouldn't be feeding after only an hour, you're going to feel like you've failed. You're going to feel like something's gone wrong. So learn about what's a normal pattern for a breastfed baby, that cluster feeding is normal, that frequent feeding is normal. Just relax about those things. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. And actually, you may find that breastfeeding gets easier just by changing expectations. But if you're in pain and you're in discomfort, get support, and it can take up to a month to really get to grips with breastfeeding.